Okay guys, so final video for the chapter 4 through 6 review. Like I said, I will go back and make some more videos on some of the harder questions. Some of the questions I've been asked a lot on. So first off here, law of sines, law of cosines. I went ahead and wrote it. Law of cosines I'm going to use when I have the side angle side condition or side side side. And I don't have that in this first problem, so I'm going to have to use law of sines because that works for everything else. So I'm looking for side BC, which I know corresponds to little a. Again, just to fill this out here, this is little b, little c. So sine a over a is equal to sine b over b, which is equal to sine c over c. Ooh, I messed these up. This should be the other way around. But remember, these are the angles, so these should be the capitals up here. And these are the lowercase. Okay. So, I know angle B and, side B, and I can find angle B here. It's going to be 180 minus 40 minus 22, which is 118 degrees. So since I'm finding little a, I need this one. And since I know both of these, I can use this one as well. So this is the only one that I don't need any information on. So when I fill my info here, angle A is equal to 40 degrees over side A, which is what I don't know. That's what I'm going to figure out. And in this other one, sine of the angle is 118 degrees over 33. And when I solve this, I don't have this number actually written down right now. Just bear with me a little bit. I need to go ahead and plug it in. It equals 24.02 inches. Okay, and so the next one here, this does have side angle side, so side angle side, so I will use the law of cosines. And I'm asking for side AC, which is side little b. Okay, so b squared is equal to a squared plus b squared minus 2ab cosine of angle b. I'm sorry, this should be a c. This should be a c. Okay, so this is side A over here and side C, so I just plug in my numbers. 23 squared plus 19 squared minus 2 times 23 times 19 cosine of 139. And when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and just use nsolve here, guys. So if I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put this as an x squared. Makes things a little bit easier. Oops. And when I do that, I find that my answer is 39.36. And that was one of the things, guys. If you're going to just use nsolve, don't worry about the about square rooting it. I mean, the calculator does it for you as long as you put the square. So it's a similar type problem here. I know that I'm going to use law of cosines here. And I'm going to fill it in. So 2 squared plus 2 squared minus 2 times 2 times 2. Cosine 120. So when I start to simplify this, 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So this is the only value I don't have. So this I'll get from the unit circle. So if I look at 120 degrees on the unit circle and I take the cosine, which is the x, I'll find that equals negative 1/2. Okay, so this is equal to 16, excuse me, These are not squared anymore, I'm sorry. 8 plus 4, which is 12, so c squared is equal to 12. So c is equal to the square root of 12. And I can split this up, guys, to say that this is square root of 4 times the square root of 3. And I know the square root of 4 is equal to 2, so it's 2 times square root of 3. So same answer. Excuse me. So, okay. All right. So, again, we'll use the unit circle for this problem. Again, guys, this one is, if I had tangents here, you're going to notice that they're squared on both sides. So what I'm going to do is subtract one of the tangents. And I want to solve for tangent. I want the tangent by itself. So the next step is to divide by -3. This is squared. And then I'll square root it. And this should be plus or minus square root of 1 over 3. You guys aren't seeing it. And at this point, guys, I'm going to go ahead and split this up. I can say this is square root of 1 divided by square root of 3 equals tangent. And I know square root of 1 is just 1, so... So if I were to look on the unit circle, I'd find that this was 1 over square root of 3 at pi over 6, 5 pi over 6, 7 pi over 6, and 11 pi over 6. So this would be my answer here, at least if it asked for me in the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, and last problem here. Ooh, it got blurry. Okay, prove this identity. So proving means I have to choose a side to answer, and so this is going to be, that's going to be the answer. This is going to be it. So at the end, I need to show the work, so it looks like this. So I do have one identity that says 1 plus tangent squared equals secant squared. So this bottom part right here equals secant squared. So I'm going to rewrite this. And right here, this does not look like that. So I'm still not done. I have some work to do. So I'm going to turn this into tangent is sine over cosine. So sine squared over cosine squared divided by secant, which is 1 over cosine. And when I simplify this, I get that this equals sine squared x, which is what I was looking for. So this is my answer. Okay, so guys, please look for those other videos, the supplemental ones, and I will post them as soon as I'm done.